feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
3.22.0 EPTU patch just dropped. Let's go over the patch notes. Testing focus. Jumptown 2.1 will be running all weekend starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and will include a fourth new location as well as Rack Star Red Drop of the original 3. Stability testing, player hair update, Minables balance, procedural FPS recoil, FPS weapon balance, Arena Commander multi-crew. Features not yet ready for feedback testing. The features listed here may be in the build in a partial state and are not ready for testing and may be subject to removal. We are requesting players not give feedback for these new features listed below. New derelict settlements. Inventory openable cargo containers. Known issues. Just take your time and pause the screen here because there's too much to list. New features. Gameplay. Salvage structural. Implementing the ability to transform large chunks of metal salvaged from ships into refinable material. Structural salvage is the next step in salvage profession. Initially, it will bring additional functionality to the two ships already, the Drake and the Reclaimer. It will allow players to convert full ships into resources, RMC, and construction components that can be sold. It will also bring an update to the way material is stored on the salvaged ships. It will introduce the concept of internal storage, which is a buffer in the ship that will fill. This buffer storage size will depend on the size of the salvaging ship. Once full, the virtual storage needs to be emptied using a filler station. For the Reclaimer owners, the salvage mode is only operable from the co-pilot seat. The Reclaimer salvage terminal can now export size 1, 2, 8, and 16 SEU cargo containers. Salvage functionality is now split into multiple segments after entering salvaging mode. Default keybind is M. Number 1, hull scraping. Default key binding is G. The current salvage system to remove the hull from ships if the hull is not scrapped off, the material is lost. If the process when moving into step 2 and 3. 2, fracturing mode. Default keybind right alt plus W. This mode will break up intact ships or derelicts into smaller pieces. Step 3, disintegration. Default keybind right alt S. This mode will generate the resource from the broken down pieces. To start the fracturing mode on a ship, point the ship you want to fracture and enter fracturing mode. Once fracture mode has been started, the ship will then break apart into a certain period of time based on the size of the ship. To start disintegration mode, point the newly fragmented parts of the ship and engage the disintegration mode to break apart the chunks and collect them into the salvage buffer storage of your ship. Fracture disintegration field salvage speed is linearly proportional based on position and distances. Once the salvage material fills the buffer storage, have the filler station fill the commodity box and move to the ship's cargo grid. Feature updates. Characters. Player hair update. Updating the Star Citizen character customizer with 20 new hairstyles from Squadron 42. This includes long hair, tied hair, and includes updates and changes to existing short hairstyles. Gameplay. Procedural weapon recoil and FPS combat balance. Introduction of the procedural weapon aim recoil to FPS combat. With this update, we have overhauled the recoil and majority of the weapons to use the new and improved procedural recoil tools shown at CitizenCon. This will improve the diversity of the weapon sandbox, allowing each weapon to fulfill a more specific and niche role, whilst allowing more intense visual recoil. Overall, you find greater weapon variety and how weapons play and feel, with the tweaks such as weapons now having consistent recoil patterns, the removal of ADS spread, full weapon reworks. The arc-light pistol has had a full rework and is now a burst pistol with an alt-fire mode of single fire. The LH86 pistol is now fully automatic. Fire rate changes. Demenco, S71 and P4AR have all been reworked to increase their fire rates. Lumen V burst delay has been decreased. Force reaction updates. Forces have been tweaked across the range of weapons to make knockdowns only occur in situations where that should occur. This should appear as an overhaul reduction in staggers and knockdowns. Other changes include balancing to sniper rifles to avoid players with heavy armor being one-shot and when hit by a sniper rifle, while still allowing this to happen to players wearing medium armor. Along with weapon balances changes, we have adjusted player health, damage modifiers, and medical to increase time to kill. Damage modifiers have been adjusted to allow more consistent fire fights and times. Removed increased stamina cost on limb HP pools being low. Removed movement speed penalty on limb HP pools being low. Medical pens will now fully heal players. This is an overhaul and the first major pass towards a new TTK goal. The FPS team is eager to hear feedback about how you feel about the current values. Tractor towing UI updates. Made several UI positional changes to help increase readability. Several updates include deflection flipped in SRV cockpit, range bar, ease factor, target name above status, force bar fixes, and includes centering, force, throttle, gimbal widgets, hidden in turrets, towing, UI scale up, turret orientation feedback more marked, radar plane more perspective, range bar readability improvements, ship mining balance pass, adjustment to scaling for ship mineable nodes to adjust mining to trend slightly closer to the prospector difficulties. Armor shot prices have all been increased across the board, excluding flight suits and undersuits. Core tech, updated front-end tooltips explaining why server can't be changed to include crash recovery as well as combat logging. AI on foot performance optimizations. And then here's a bunch of bug fixes. You guys can pause the screen once again. Technical, fixed 6 client crashes, fixed 5 server crashes, fixed a server crash, fixed a client deadlock. Arena Commander, gameplay features. New feature, multi-crew and spawn locations, updating all maps to utilize a new spawn location system for spawn selection. This update enables a long-awaited introduction of multi-crew to squadron battle, team tank battle, free flight, swarm modes, and expands them all to include a large variety of crewable ships. Players have now the ability to enable multi-crew spawning on their selecting ships, and other players in the match on your team will have the ability to turret and crew positions. In-game vehicle selection. Gone are the days when forgetting to pick your vehicle before the game starts locked you in a fierce battle of cat and mouse. In-game vehicle selection now allows you to pick which vehicle you want to use in-game and switch between respawns and all dogfighting modes. This includes a new slots system allowing you to switch the customize between 4 vehicle slots. Arena Commander will also remember your selection between matches and per node. Well, this has been a big patch, and I can't wait to see it live on the PU. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button if I've earned your subscription. Please leave a comment in the comments below. If you'd like to join my Discord, the link is in the description. This is Bursa from Abuse Gaming, Angry Bastards, United States and Europe. Thank you for watching. See you in the verse.